If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to check out our merch at shop.dirtymomedia.com. All right, Tim's, what you got?
Our first question is from Clara. She wants to know if you saw the Met Gala this past weekend and if you liked any of the outfits. What was your favorite?
I didn't watch the Met Gala. I was at a bunko party with some girlfriends, and so I didn't watch it live, but I did see all of the red carpet pictures on my Instagram. There are quite a few really good ones. Diana Ross kind of blew me away just because I haven't seen her in so long, and she had like an 18-foot train. So that one was amazing. They all were really cool. It wasn't like so avant-garde and out there this year that like you didn't understand it. They just had a lot of really fun outfits.
Yeah, well, I didn't feel like I didn't see any really outlandish ones.
No, nothing was like, what in the hell's happening there? But
yeah, Pamela Anderson got a lot of like pub because she's now all natural, no makeup or whatever.
I know. I kind of miss her having like her Pam look, but she's really rocking what she's got going on. She has a bob cut too and like some pixie bangs. So
yeah,
totally different vibe than our old Pam.
What's the Met Gala?
The Met is an art gallery, and there's
the Met is a physical building.
It's a physical building, and you don't get to see what goes on inside. So it's not like an award show or anything. There is a big party that happens in support of the Met. But
the Met Gala. So it's like it's just a gathering to raise money for the Met?
I think so. I think it's a charitable event.
Yeah.
Oh.
But every year there's a theme and a very artistic theme.
Oh.
And so the red carpet is what you see, and all of the outfits are like extravagant.
Why do all the people want to go?
It's a big honor. You have to be invited to go.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder how that got started.
The Kardashians got kicked out a couple of years ago because you're not supposed to have your phones out at all. And they took a bathroom selfie, and so they didn't get to come for a
I wonder
while.
how it started.
I don't know how it started.
What was the original?
We'll have to Google that.
I don't know. If you ever been to the Met, like the,
I've never been.
it's
no.
really really cool.
Have you been in?
Yeah, I've been in.
What's in there?
Just art.
Just art.
Yeah.
Anything specific? You
Photos,
remember?
framed stuff.
No, painting.
I don't remember anything
Paintings,
about
right?
it, but
yeah, I mean, like art, like physical art or framed art,
yeah, like framed art. Yeah, it's just big and it's like just cool. Look at history.
like a museum.
Yeah, like a museum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man,
Our next one, a little shifting gears. Erica wants to know. She is starting a long distance relationship. She's super nervous. Do you guys have any advice for her on how to handle that?
What's her name?
Erica.
Erica. How long of distance is this? And be careful of the catfish situation. Ooh. Would you be scared of that at this point in life? We had a long distance relationship for a year. It's doable, but it's hard. You have to make sure to physically see each other often. You can't just, have a relationship virtually. I don't know. It's always scary to be in a long distance relationship. I have so many questions though. This is like one of those things we need to go back and forth on, Erica.
I know. If she's in the chat, please comment.
What do you have for advice? Because your perspective is probably way different than mine.
I think those are good things. I would indeed like if you're physically able to see the person, do that as often as you possibly can. It's sometimes the travel or the effort to do that might become tough, but once you stop or once you take that one weekend off, it's kind of like committing to working out or whatever the things that you want to commit to. Once you take that one day off and you're like, I just don't feel like it today, that's, it becomes a bad habit where you're not putting as much into it as it needs to, and it's just not going to work.
Yeah, well, also, don't pay attention to that, because if you kind of lose interest, it's just the universe trying to tell you something,
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I think it works. It can absolutely work. Like
Yeah.
it can work just fine if both people like it and want to do it.
Especially if you know, too, that there's an end
Yeah.
to it. Like,
You also have to have a lot of grace, because that person's however many miles away, living their life, doing what they need to do, used to what their life is. Right? You have a pattern and they have a pattern, and maybe that day they're a little busy and you're just not feeling like they're giving you enough attention or whatever. You got to have a lot of grace and just understand that you're both in two different parts of the country with two different things going on.
He wants grace. I want a tracking device. So.
You can't be.
I feel like you have to communicate
You
consistently, or the other person's going
I'm
to
not saying that you don't communicate. I'm just saying, like,
feel feelings.
Right,
you know what I
to
mean?
be specific, all right? What I'm talking about is, like, there'd be times where, like, Amy's going to go out with her friends, or Amy's going to do something else. And I don't, I'll call her, but she's going to go, you know what? I love talking to you, but I'm going to go in here with my friends for a minute, and I'm going to do this tonight. You got to be able to go, all right, I feel good about that.
Yeah.
Because, when you're in the same space, you do things together. You're physically there, right? You can go where they go. But when you're not, they have their friends, they have the routine, and you got to respect that. And so, just have some be able to
confidence.
sort of have some confidence to go have some fun with your friends, go out. I'm 150 or 500 miles away. I've got no idea what's going on there, and I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah. Do you think there's a certain amount of time that then you're like, okay, maybe we have to kind of get closer to each other?
For us, it was the year.
Yeah, for us it was a year.
I think if that's a long period of time, and there's if it goes beyond that, there better be some damn good reason for that. I think, or you need to maybe think about
fishing in your pond,
doing something else. Yeah.
Closer pond.
Yeah, that's good advice. I hope that helps.
There's a really good reason, right?
Yeah, like it's military. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, that changes everything.
Yeah, I agree. That's good advice. Everyone in the chat wants to have a Swan update. Any update with the Swans? How they doing?
The Swans are doing
Swans
great.
are awesome.
We go down there and visit them every single day, and we've had some geese. What? You want to tell it? Oh,
awesome, man. I don't know how this will. Mike Davis, cover your ears. Our pond is a quarter mile from the house, and it's on the property. It's inside a quarter mile, but it's a distance. And we go down there and feed them every day. And I've been telling Isla, subtly, this is kind of your chore. This is your thing. You got to remember to do this. And but yesterday, or was it 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
I was like, hey, man, it's time to feed the swans. I was like, why don't you go down there and do it? She's like, okay. And that was totally the opposite of what I thought she would say. Okay, I'll do it. So we got the swan food, put it in her backpack. She got on her back. She put her backpack on and got on her little scooter. She's been riding a scooter a lot lately, which she just learned how to ride her bike yesterday. Hell yeah. I got a little video of her riding her bike. It's a massive, awesome time when your child just takes off riding on a bike for the first time. It's really cooler than you'd imagine. But she's been riding this scooter, which was a great segue to the bike, by the way. And I watched her. She rode the scooter all the way down, out of sight. Then she comes back up, and fed them all by herself. Right? Wow. They have two little bowls out there, and when you get near them, they come to you. They come to you, but they're also a little aggressive. The boy especially.
Yeah. So we have two bowls now because George wasn't really letting Cleo eat. And so to keep George from thinking he wasn't going to get enough food, we just gave him two bowls so that they kind of get used to it.
I was proud of her.
But yeah,
because she did it. I want her to be chore oriented and be willing to help.
He doesn't want her to be spoiled, so he's giving her more chores.
Yeah.
I want her. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna feed the dogs. I want her to go. Let me help you do that. And so. It's cool to have her go down there and do that, and it's intimidating because when you walk up to the man, he comes at you. He's like, what are you doing down here? Get away from my bowl.
He's just excited you're there to put it in the bowl.
He's not. He has this aggressive posture, and they hiss.
Yeah, they hiss a little bit. If I go down there, I usually have the dogs with me, so Gus will get in the pond.
I thought she would get up to the moment of putting the food in the bowl and chicken out.
It.
Yeah.
No, she's
but
not
she
scared.
Did it.
Good for her. That's awesome.
Scared. They're great.
That's good. Next question is from Derek. This is his wife's first Mother's Day. So he's wondering what he should get her for her first Mother's Day.
Aww.
Mother's Day.
I would say to keep it simple. If he knows what kind of flowers she likes, get her all of the things that make her feel pampered, and then give her some time to herself. Make sure you take that baby and give her some time to just do nothing. Go lay by the pool, read a book, send her to the spa for a massage, all those things, so she doesn't feel like she has to be the mom on Mother's Day. That's for me what I like. Dale's sending me to the spa on Saturday because he's got to work on Sunday, so I'm gonna get to go away and have my time, which is really important.
Yeah, she gets up in the morning whenever she feels like it, goes to this spa deals. There's a couple things she'll do there, and she'll hang out
Get
there.
the day to myself.
Hang out there as long as she wants till she's ready to come back.
Yeah, as a mom, you don't really get a whole lot of time to yourself, so that's really like the best gift.
Yeah, early on too. I think that's a really
That was something.
Yeah.
Guys may not understand that. So I thought that it was like either gifts or acts of service or taking them somewhere or doing something as a group, but it's the exact opposite. They like want the day off. And that was that's not obvious.
Well, everyone's a little different. It just depends on
Well,
the
I know,
traditions.
but
like if the
most-
grandmothers and everybody were around,
pretty
we'd still be
sure-
brunching on Sunday and doing all those traditional things.
I'm pretty sure most women are similar.
We just want some time.
They
for
let's like
ourselves.
give us the day off.
makes sense now that you
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Sure.
damn, that's easy.
Yeah, you can
All
do
right.
that.
I can
Awesome.
handle it.
Yeah, everybody wants to know. We've got this question like 10 times. The chat's got it. Amy, they want to know what bad habits Dale has that make you cringe.
Bad habits.
Bad
for
habits.
it.
Yeah,
Go for it.
it was
Make me
popular this
cringe?
week. I don't know why.
Go for it.
The biggest one, and I feel like I've said this before, is he's just messy with food.
On my plate.
Yeah.
Oh, like
You're just a messy eater.
jerky on the couch.
If he eats at the table, there's always a sauce bottle, so there's spots. If he's making food in the kitchen, there's pickle juice and spots and stuff all over the countertop, and he doesn't clean that up. If he's sipping orange cream out of the freezer, there's spots on the floor. If I come down in the morning, pretty much every morning, there's grape stems or beef jerky pepper or, like, I can tell what he snacked on. Orange peels. Like, how the fuck did you not see that? Clean it up. So, like, he leaves a trail of food everywhere he goes.
I eat in the dark a lot.
He doesn't have to be in the dark. And honestly, he's got a giant iPad and a TV that's on. Like, there's no darkness. He can see. He's just, messy with food.
Yeah.
The only other thing that he does that really annoys me is instead of brushing his teeth because he stays up so late, in our bathroom and making his toothpaste mess in his sink, he does it in the powder room right next to the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So there's freaking toothpaste all in that sink. And his toothbrush is sitting out. You know how I feel about
I'm
all
trying
the
not to
things.
make any noise, so I do it downstairs. So when I come up, I go right into the bed.
I know. So, but when I wake up and come down,
yeah, I'll
I
do it
still
upstairs.
wake
I
up when he
didn't
gets
know.
in the bed.
I'll
But
do
when
it upstairs.
I wake up and come down, now I've got toothpaste to clean up and food on the couch. There's just like,
Yeah.
Dale's been here. I know exactly what he was doing all night and what he ate.
She ain't lying.
So that's pretty
She's
much
not
it.
lying.
There you go.
Come on, there's more.
Not
I
really.
know those. I need a new one. I want a new one, unknown.
No, I don't really have any more. You like clutter. He likes to collect things.
Are you
That's
kidding
really
me?
like a cringy.
I'm the clutter?
I have
Holy moly.
Dale. If you have a space, you feel like you have to clutter it up. There is knickknacks, pictures, things just leaning here and sitting there. There's
Where?
a velvet Elvis hanging in his corner of the garage. Like, there's stuff everywhere. Yeah. I have a hard time keeping my part of the closet clean. That is not a lie. The clothes are clean, but they ain't put away.
God almighty.
Yeah. It's,
Closet's wild in there.
Yeah.
Her makeup place. If you look at the his and hers counters in the bathroom, no.
yeah. Well, I have a lot of potions to take care of all
Phew,
this.
God. Like you have legit like 50 different bottles of things.
Mm-hmm.
You use every single one of them?
How do you know?
I mean, it's impossible.
I have phases. Some of that stuff you can't use in the summer and some of you can't use in the winter.
Yeah.
Like I've got different creams for this and you can't use all the stuff in the summertime because it bad peels your skin, blah, blah, blah.
I'm like, I walk in there and I'm like, just show me the bottle that says shampoo.
Yeah.
Pour it on my head. I don't care what it's for.
And if it's
I don't
too-
care what, the shampoos are like for this type of hair, this type of hair, this type of hair. And I walk in there to the shower and I'm just like,
Yeah, because you can't see.
shampoo. Got it.
Is it really? That's how it works? I just buy the regular shampoo I've had for years.
I don't
It's different types
buy
of-
my shampoo. I just use whatever's
Dale
in
has
there.
lots of
There's
services. He
like-
doesn't even have to shop
If you
for himself.
stand in our shower, there, I promise, are 25 bottles of stuff.
Well,
in the shower.
I don't buy all of it either. I get
And I'm
gifted
like-
boxes of things like that, girlies products to try, and so Dale gets to also try them out. That's
But-
how that
So
happens.
Isla uses our shower, and she takes our shampoo, and she's like
She does make potions with it.
making
She
potions.
has these little
and
balls
then
in there. And, yeah, she's.
and
literally
I'll go in
releasing
there
all
to
the
get
goodness.
I'll go in there to get my shampoo, and it's empty.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, oh shit, a tower of bottles. I'm like, okay, this is for your face. This is for your, this is this and this is this. Shampoo, okay. And I can't see shit without my glasses, so I got to like read out of the bottom.
Bless him.
Yep, bless him.
That's a good one. All right, well, I got one more question for you. Eric wants to know if you guys name your houseplants.
Name our houseplants?
Yeah, houseplants.
No, I haven't named my houseplants.
No.
I do have a lot of plants.
Yeah.
It's the other thing. I have a collection. That's the only thing I really have a collection of is plants. No, I have a fiddle fig that I've had for a while,
What is
and I
that?
talked to him.
Yeah, what the
'Cause
hell?
that big tree, the bigger tree in the sunroom. They're fickle. I've had a few of them, and he's in a good, happy place now. So it's a boy. It's not a girl, but I haven't named him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have any, like, you name your cars or anything like that? What did you used to?
No, have you named your cars?
Oh yeah.
You've named all of them?
No, but I'd say I name 8 out of 10 vehicles.
Any fun ones?
Well, the Nova here is the only one I'm aware of. We were going to call it the Champagne Supernova because it's like a champagne color.
I just put a new picture of the paint process of that. It's a Nova station wagon, 66 model. I just put a new picture on this morning on my Instagram story of the roof getting painted. But what are we calling that one?
The Champagne Supernova.
Champagne Supernova.
After the song.
Yeah. So the color on it's like a milk chocolate metallic. It's really cool.
Nice. That fits
And,
perfect then.
Yeah.
It looks a little lighter than chocolate, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Milk chocolate.
Champagne.
It's cool, man. But I like to name my cars, yeah.
You guys have ever heard of people naming their pets like regular human names?
Yes, and I love that.
Yeah, like a Brian.
My best friend Jamie has a doodle named Franklin.
That's
I
funny.
love that.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a swan named George.
Yeah, that's true.
So-
That fits it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all we got for Ask Amy today.
All right. Thank you guys for your questions. We have a great show, so please check it out. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our Bless Your Heart YouTube channel. And please check out the merch at shop.dirtymomedia.com. We'll see you next week.